be summary. Uh, 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 the phenomena of heat wave represent a significant meteorological challenge with pronounced public health implications. With prevailing atmospheric condition may currently exhibit reduced thermal intensity in certain regions. The period encompassing May and June remain critical, necessitating continued vigilance and preparedness. Etiology and enhanced thermal conditions observed trend indicate an increasing frequency and intensity of severe heat current event over recent decade. Contributing factors include anthropogenic activity leading to deforestation and reduction in green cover, population growth, and concurrent expansion of urban concrete infrastructure. Global climate shift resulting in a gradual increase in mean global temperature, physiological impact, and associated morbidities. Exposure to elevated ambient temperature can induce a range of physiological response from mild discomfort to severe life-threatening conditions. Initial symptoms: thirst, nausea, vomiting, headache, dizziness, anxiety, general fatigue, blurred vision, and reduced appetite. Heat cramps, muscular spasms resulting from dehydration and electrolyte imbalance. Heat exhaustion, characterized by profound fatigue and feeling faint, often occurring after exposure to high temperature. Heat stroke, a medical emergency defined by extremely high body temperature and altered mental status, loss of consciousness. This condition necessitates immediate hospitalization, and treatment options are limited. Cardiovascular response: heat exposure typically lower blood pressure due to fluid loss via perspiration. However, the body thermoregulatory and cardiovascular control mechanism may be impaired in certain demographics. Renal rot, a substance acting as diuretics, caffeine, alcohol, uncontrolled glucose in diabetes can increase urination, exerting hydration risk in hot condition. Identification of vulnerable demographics: certain population segments are disproportionately susceptible to the adverse effect of heat wave. Infant and elderly individual aged 60 year and above, person with a compromising immune system and pre-existing medical condition including hypertension, diabetes mellitus, renal disorder, cardiac condition, and respiratory alignment such as asthma. Pre-existing condition can increase the severity of heat-related illness. Recommended mitigative measure and preventive protocol. Adherence to preventive measure is paramount given the limit of therapeutic intervention for severe heat stroke. Hydration management. Maintain adequate fuel intake considering even in the absence of thirst. Prioritize plain water, homemade lemon water with minimum salt, and whole fruit with a high water content, watermelon, muskmelon, and cucumber. Avoid beverage with diuretic properties or high sugar salt content such as tea, coffee, alcohol, and commercially packaged juice and drink. Strategical scheduling of outdoor activity: minimize avoid outdoor exposure during the peak temperature hours, typically from 11 to 5 p.m., with the most intense period 12 to 3 p.m. Schedule necessary outdoor tasks and physical exercise during cooler period such as early morning and late evening. Appropriate attire: wear loose fitting garments made of cotton fabric in light colors. Ensure head is covered when outdoor using a cape and gamcha. Environment management: seek shaded areas when outdoor. Utilize natural ventilation where feasible. Consider green infrastructure initiatives such as rooftop garden, green roofing to help regulate ambient temperature, although widespread implementation varies. Utilization of meteorological information: monitor weather forecast and temperature advisories disseminated by the Indian Meteorological Department via official channel, including the website mosam.gov.in and mobile app Mosam app मेघदूत app. Pay heed to color-coded warnings, red, orange, and common alternative protocol (CAP) message issued by IMD. A temperature exceeding 40 degrees Celsius is generally indicative for condition warranting poison. Care of dependents and livestock. Extend preventive measure and monitoring the vulnerable individual, particularly children and elderly. Ensure appropriate cooling measure fans, cooler, and adequate hydration for livestock, cattle, poultry. As heat states impact productivity, milk yield, consider aeration and fresh water for fisheries. Role of official agency and public awareness. The IMD plays crucial role in predicting the disseminating information regarding heat wave condition. Public awareness campaign employing information, education, and communication (IEC) material are vital for educate the populace, especially concerning risk for individual with comorbidities. Competitive effort by state government is providing incentive and infrastructure also contribute to preparedness. Considered of specific health condition, individual with chronic medical condition must exercise particular caution. Diabetes and hypertension, consult with a physician regarding medication adjustment for summer. Avoid surgery, sugary and excessive salty dehydration solution. Uncontrolled diabetes increase the heat vulnerabilities. Kidney disease patient requiring potassium restriction should be cautious with item high in potassium such as cucumber, caffeinated beverage, and chocolates. Consult a physician regarding appropriate food and electrolyte intake. Cardiac respiratory issue. Fluid intake recommendation should be guided by a physician, as excessive fluid can be detrimental in certain heart and kidney condition where fluid retention is an issue. Effective mitigation of heat wave impact release on a combination of timely meteorological advisory, proactive governmental measure, and individual adherence to recommended preventing protocol. Continuing adoption and awareness are essential in navigating the increasing frequencies